As the semester starts to get underway here at UTA, students' focus is shifting to studying. But there's something going on off campus that's garnering quite a bit of attention. But where and how do college-aged voters fit into such a far-reaching political conversation? We'll try to answer that over the next few weeks in a three-part series entitled The Millennial Vote. Dr. Ron Paul spoke to a sold-out crowd with his speech, Liberty Defined. But he covered much more than that. He also talked about what it means to be an American and a simple solution to the issues facing our country today. The first week, we sat down with a politically engaged individual to gain insight into their political beliefs. We followed that with an in-depth look into the issues on the minds of millennial voters. According to Michigan State assistant head coach Harlan Barnett, everyone's a little crazy when it comes to football. But how that crazy is expressed varies depending on the player. Hey y'all, I'm Monica Wicke, and it's almost time for the 80th annual Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic here at AT&T Stadium. But before the competition kicks off Thursday night, we decided to have a little friendly competition of our own. And if it's any indication of how game day is going to be, it's going to be a close call. And because of that, I took to campus and talked to several students to better understand the political perspective here at UTA. This is part 2 of the Millennial Vote. So who are y'all voting for?
I am voting for Bernie Sanders.
I'm going to vote for Bernie Sanders.
I kind of like Ben Carson.
Marco Rubio.
Probably Bernie Sanders.
I'm in between Rubio and Trump.
Bernie Sanders.
I'd like to see Rubio.
I'll vote for Bernie Sanders.
And I voted for Hillary Clinton.
Is there something specific about Bernie Sanders' platform that speaks to your beliefs?
I feel like he is a more ethically right person.
I feel that I am for cheaper education. I mean, I don't feel like it's gonna happen, but I feel like just it needs to be talked about between us and the government.
I saw that he marched in the civil rights movement with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and that's really important to me.
That he doesn't feel like we should pay numerous amount of tuition money to go to college.
What about Bernie Sanders' platform specifically speaks to your beliefs?
I believe social justice reform when it comes to helping out the community of minorities.
We can limit how much our officials are beholden to those corporations and to those companies. And I think that's something that's really important so that we can kind of see a little bit more of organic elections happening.
Like equal treatment for all and just the opportunity for one to give success for yourself. And honestly, he really does fight for the little man.
I feel like everyone's worried about themselves, but he's more worried about the nation as a whole and where we're headed. And he wants to help, I know it's kind of ridiculous to make college free and everything, but he just wants to help people in a sense. And it kind of doesn't make sense why there's so many students in debt right now.
I just think he's able to do something different and just, I don't know, I would like to see what he's capable of doing.
And what about Hillary Clinton? What about her platform speaks specifically to your beliefs?
She really does care about the middle class. She has a really strong background. She has experience. She cares about both sides of the political aspect and parties. She wants to increase minimum wage, which I do support.
What about Rubio's platform speaks to your beliefs specifically?
I like his economic plans the most.
I like that he wants to consolidate student loans.
I relate to him because he's Hispanic, I'm Hispanic, so a lot of the views that he has, I relate to.
If Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton, Rubio wins the presidency, and you could ask him to focus on one thing specifically while he was in office, what would you ask him to focus on?
We really need to work on caring for our poor.
Me as a student, I guess, and also as a tutor, believe that education is really important.
Our foreign relations. I feel that in the last few years, our relations with other countries has declined very greatly.
It's ridiculous that it's normal for students to come out of college, anywhere from 20 to 60,000 and like even more in debt. So I think that would be like the biggest issue.
I think the Black Lives Matter movement, I think he could like really empower, like bring more focus to that.
I like separation of church and state, but I feel like the Republican Party doesn't do a good job with that. So I guess maybe be a little more lenient on that.
Bringing back kindness to the political platform.
The way the money's spent, like for just any money for the country, just the way it's spent.
Our immigration.
The immigration problem may be a solution for that. Maybe try to get people signed up as citizens and everything like that.
Free college. Lowering tuition rates and racial discrimination.
Higher wages for the middle class.
Legalizing marijuana.
So as you can see, the opinions aren't only varied, but they also highlight several issues that aren't usually mentioned in the political conversation.